Hello, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's connections. Those who submitted a question through ivanteller.com and spiritsocial.org. I am catching up. I'm still on Sunday, so I didn't receive anything from me. Just bear with me. I'm still, because of the hurricane, I'm still catching up, so bear with me. Friday, I should be able to catch up slightly. Saturday and Sunday. Monday, I should be fully. You can still submit if you like. It's up to you. But yeah, I'm going as quickly as I can. I have a full-time job, well, sort of, and then I have part-time, full-time, and I come in here to do channelings, and I go back to work. I do get off of work to do a quick session, but then I go back to work right after that. So my free time is not free, really. So I should be able to be caught up by a little bit late Friday. I can do some, and Sunday. Monday I should be mostly caught up, just to let you know. So yeah, hurricane is kind of got my schedule still in a rough spot. So. And well, I was going to do any hurricane news, but apparently Hurricane Maria has downgraded to a Category 2. Of course, it did a lot of damage on Puerto Rico. Luckily, it powered down quite a bit, but still, geez. So, yeah, and there's something I'll go into that a little bit. I'm picking up a little bit more details on how some of that is working. But first, well, let's go into who I am. If you're wondering who I am, if you're welcome to the land of the insane, part of YouTube. This is ivanteller.com. I see it's extraterrestrial channeling. Hopefully I spelled that right. So, private sessions, if you wish to do so, to connect to your aliens, spirit guides. Hopefully I don't know if I have all the answers, but hopefully it brings guidance. It's also gift cards, easy purchase. But right here, this is my schedule calendar. Tomorrow is shut down because I gotta work at a job. So I have Google Hangouts, Skype, Zoom, and by phone. This is the phone number. So all of this is recorded for you. So also have iPhone and Android, just for your convenience to know what's going on. And this is where I'm backed up at. But if you want to keep submit, if you want to submit, that's cool. Just know that it's not going to be super fast to receive an answer, and also have a return payment, so you can bypass the payment portal, at least for the question, the 5-minute question. And also we have Spirit Social, and same thing, submit a question, healing, past life regression, message from Yeshua, 5-minute healing, channeling, consulting. I'm not sure what all this is. I forgot. Oh yeah, other ways for looking at a session. Brain not working. Watch one question from a day, chakra healing from a day, soul pain from Stephanie, and angelic Reiki from Miguel. So this is what keeps the system going, keeps gas in the YouTube video machine. So very much thank you for all those that are submitting questions, support, share whatever this is, the video. Thank you, definitely. Thank you for your support. Okay, on for insanity. What's the night? Wednesday night? Okay. I guess it's a countdown to the end of the world. So I still want it to be on Monday. So I'm going to put it out there. It's going to end Monday instead of, I got things to do on Saturday. I don't have time for this end of the world stuff. That's kind of scary how people are believing all that. It's very frightening. I don't know what to say. I mean, there are shifts going on. That's true. But the end of the world, well, the end of the thinking pattern. It's very frightening how I think it's because Christians are doing this. It's not good. I mean, I imagine people maxing out their credit cards. Of course, they had at the the end of the world last year. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I don't want to look that up. It's bad enough we have it this year. It's like a holiday. It's like, what day is it going to be the end of the world this year? I mean, obviously there are things going on for sure, but it is kind of frightening because people believe in this stuff. And you know, they've been talking about the end of the world forever. Nobody knows. I mean, yeah, you might get a laugh out of it, but also it is kind of, well, whatever. You got to do what you got to do. There is a lot going on with it, of course. There's probably alignment of the planets. I can do. I feel that. There's just awakenings. I'm not sure how the Christianity is going to be looking after on the 24th when we're all still here. How's that going to work? How are you going to get people in your churches? At least those are promoting this. How are you going to get people in your churches after he's like, you guys are wrong? How does that work? You know, I just maxed out my credit cards, got, you know, have like 5 kids on the way, and I got to take care of them all. What's up with that? So I'm not sure how that works for the Christian world, but I don't think they're doing much good for their karma, but, you know, they got to do what you got to do. So nobody can predict the end of the world, let alone events, hurricanes for that matter, where they're going to go, or earthquakes that hit Mexico, 2 of them. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of earth changes on the way, it feels. Political changes. We might start seeing some weird stuff maybe for the end of this year. I don't know what, but it does feel like we're going to a strange timeline. Nothing bad. Well, I mean, it's going to have. I mean, earthquake, and Puerto Rico got wiped out. You know, especially the Caribbean, Houston. So our prayers and blessings. But I have another way of looking at all that. I think somebody messaged me about it too. I can't remember everything, but obviously this has been going on for some time. But people are, you know, with hurricanes, they're leaving this earth, going to another one, going to another world, going to spirit, but not always. Going to another reality. It's another way to kick you off this earth. It's like, I'm ready to go. And so earthquakes, whatever it might be, you're going to another reality that's probably more welcoming to you. Some are becoming angels. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. But you're not always going to know it, most likely you're not. Guess some might. These weather anomalies, everything all has basically you can say they're connecting more to 4th dimensional vibrations. Not to say it's the end of the world, it's just a transformation into the new earth. Many are connecting to that. The new earth, the new reptilian regime called our government is going to go through a transformation. I guess you can call it the reptilian regime instead of the government, because it is highly reptilian as for manipulations. Illuminati Central, called Washington, D.C., but our weather anomalies is just kicking people off this earth, but they're ready to go. Those that are here to stay and clear up the rubble, you know, put their lives together. You can say in some ways, I know it's like they're putting their lives together, but also putting into their. Some are, not all. Some are putting their lives together, but some of it's spiritual, some is not. Some are not ready for the spiritual. Quite a few are not. But you're surprised how many are praying to God at that time, so they are connecting to spirit. Some are going through a spiritual awakening because this is all just stuff. It's like, I believe some are opening themselves up. Times of panic can do that. Some are not ready to see it, but they are aware it doesn't exist. So, but I believe some are. Some just, as you can see, shut it all down. It's like, it's not real. It's not. I have Netflix. I got all of that. That even talks about this stuff all the time, which is funny. Even through the religion stuff, talks about it all the time. Well, you have no power because the reptilian overlords told you don't have any. that's only going to last so long. You know, it's funny because they say that we don't have any power, but yet you go to entertainment that talks about this stuff, but yet still you have no power. It's kind of weird there. So, but this shows like, not really. But if at least you open yourself up to all this stuff exists, if you're not ready to connect to it, that's fine. But anyway, do what you gotta do. The Caribbean is turning into a vortex all on its own as we're allowing more new energies to enter. As you might see, the Caribbean very, very different in the coming years. More advanced technologies for housing. Gee, I wonder why. For hurricanes, they're not going anywhere. But it's also more alien technology to be put into those housings, which is funny, to enforce them. So when you have a hurricane, it's not that bad. I mean, yeah, it's not great, but also electricity, I think it's going to be done a lot better, more underground. I'm not sure how they're going to do that, but there are better ways of doing electricity. Possibly those are doing more cleaner energies and be able to allow these things to come in. It's hard to say. Anything's possible. The black projects are not allowing a lot of these things at the moment. I saw a light right there. Anyway, now I'm seeing things because I have a window. So, I lost my train of thought. But as for what's going on, it's a transformation. The Caribbean being transformed, and also humanity is finding a new. Yeah, there it goes again. I don't know if that's me or what. But anyway, that's my concentration. But yeah, a lot of things are going to be started to. The point of view is going to definitely start changing drastically into a more fourth dimensional mindset. Just because you don't believe in reptilians and aliens, of course you might believe, but I don't believe that we're connecting to them, doesn't mean that they're not here living among us, controlling our government, which is definitely they're doing. Tall whites are definitely involved with brainwashing and much of the old white guys, which is kind of funny. Tall white, and you got a bunch of old white guys. Kind of weird there. Kind of a strange paradigm. Of course, you have Nordics doing the same thing. Not all tall whites are friendly. The ones that run a government are not friendly. A lot of them want to suppress humanity because they sell themselves out. We're selling ourselves out. But we're warning that we're doing it. We're not always aware that we're doing it. As for how to heal it, is basically to realize you have guides, angels, and aliens are here. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not becoming an influence here. There are, all these weather anomalies are most likely not going to stop. Unfortunately, they might get worse. We have Japan got a 6.7 earthquake. The world's getting really weird. Just this short a time, all these things are happening. Houston, fires in California. Weird times. It's not the end of times. What's the end of third dimension? Yeah. Slowly. But the weather is not, there's other factors. Like I say, anything goes with the economy. I think it'll be fine, but it can implode, of course, but I don't think it will. There are new currencies, but I'm still not seeing them come through. I don't know. There's just... You will see signs of it when the time comes. Right now, I'm not seeing it right at the moment. Also, yeah, you'll see signs of it. And North Korea is interesting. That can go any way right now. It does I'm not getting a date when he's going to be removed. He's on his way out. Now, there's another way of looking at it is is that the deep state is the deep state running in North Korea basically just playing this against everyone. I'm not sure if I probably brought this up, but he's shooting missiles all over the place, and we don't seem to really care that much. Yeah, Saddam did less, and we overthrown his government. Like it was no big deal. And yet this guy in North Korea is shooting off missiles like, who cares? And we're just sitting here just mouthing off about destroying them, and it's just strange. Now, is it the deep state screwing around, or is it North Korea going against it? I think it's North Korea going against the deep state. Basically, I think I've already said this. They can't keep control of them, but I think they can. I think they can now, from what I feel. And as for him, I don't know why he's still there. It seemed like they're building up. They are kind of. It's like if they remove him, I do feel there's probably going to be booby traps after that. So that's what they're kind of worried about. Things they don't know about. Maybe dirty bombs. Who knows? Stuff they haven't quite thought of. So they don't know everything. Even with the aliens here, they don't know everything either. So it's hard to say. Last night I had problems sleeping. I'm not sure if it had to do with what's going on, but so it's been kind of a rough night, rough day. But as for, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not giving any detail. North Korea, though, it does, from what I'm feeling, I think they are preparing to get rid of them. But if they do, what's going to happen after that? So it feels like just leave him in there for a while. Let him start barking for, let him do his thing. I don't think he's going to really hurt anybody. At least it doesn't seem like it. Shoot his rockets off. That's not doing much good. But until he hits a commercial airliner, then that'll be different. And that might be what they're waiting for. They might be waiting for him to slip up, then move in, which is very strange. But they don't. The deep state doesn't care who they lose. They're not going to lose their own people. They don't care. As long as they're fine in their world, they don't care. So maybe that's what they're waiting for. It's like North Korea is giving them plenty of reasons to go in. It's like, does he have to harm somebody to? I mean, he's harming his own people. Apparently, that's not enough. So it's very strange. But at least what feeling I'm getting right now, it is under control, sort of. I think they have plans to remove him. But how it being is going to be successful or not is another story. It's like, what's going to happen? It's like once they remove him and they didn't think of everything. It's like, you're going to get a bomb in a city or something, in a U.S. city? I mean, what's going to happen? So that might be part of why they have not fully done anything. It's a tricky situation. It's just anything can go. So, yeah, at least that's what I'm getting. South Korea, I mean, they're just right there, just as like sitting ducks, basically. So that's not good. So, I mean, I don't have to come to USC, just go to South Korea. So, yuck. It's just not good stuff. But on September 23rd, you don't have to worry about it. It's all over, right? So that means Joel Osteen will be gone. And whoever the other gangster preachers will be gone, so that's okay. Glenn Beck will probably be gone. I'm not sure about Rush Limbaugh. He's kind of, he's a sinner, so he'll be here. So we're stuck with Rush Limbaugh. Probably we're stuck with Trump for sure. So maybe Obama will go because he's a Christian. And his kids are all gone, so I don't have to worry about them anymore. Maybe half of Hollywood will go, but most of them are sinners, so they're going to be stuck here with us. So it's like, crap. What kind of end of the world is this? I mean, what kind of that's not the end. I mean, yeah, it's the end of the world. We just saw people that we don't want to deal with. We're already dealing with them right now. With this with Glenn Beck. If you don't know what Glenn Beck is anyway. Gosh, just bring us back Michael Jackson. The Michael Jackson not manipulated. Bring him back. And just get rid of all these other celebrities in Hollywood. You don't need any of them anyway. Jeez, it's weird. I don't know. Yeah, the whole Christian thing is very strange. I mean, more power to you. Go by your belief systems. You're wrong. What happens when you're wrong? I mean, my mom's been waiting for the end of the world since I was a kid, telling me I'm going to go to hell because I didn't like going to church. Yeah, life's been fun in the Christian world. So, yeah, I'm not too big on the whole Christian stuff. Yeah, it is good reason not to be a part of any of it, but you gotta be yourself. So that's cool. So that's whatever. It's just weird. Now, if it was on Monday, end of the world, but then again, a lot of us are going to be stuck here, right? So it's like any other day. So the Christians are all going to go to heaven or somewhere, right? And all of us are going to burn. Well, we kind of already are. We got Hollywood, so that's not going anywhere. So I guess we're kind of burning. It's like a regular day. So Saturday be already. So it's not the end of the world. What's the talking about? So just be without the gangster preachers, we're doing okay then. So the world's actually gotten a little bit better when you think about it. Osteen will be gone. Joel Osteen will be gone. The gangster preachers, whoever they are, making 10 million, 50 million, they'll be gone. A lot of people in church probably won't be gone. They'll be here with us sinners. So, so that's not too bad. Get rid of all the evangelists. CNN will be here still. So hell is still, Rapture is still going on. So I guess for the rest of us, it'd just be a normal day. We have Hollywood still here and all its luxury. Hollywood, for the most part, maybe they're crying at the Emmys. I guess I'll be crying the same way, saying, great, those guys still here. So I'm not sure that light. Oh, I guess somebody has a light next door. It's one of those sensor lights that comes on. Like a wind blows, like a tree moves, it comes on. That's what's going on back there. That light keeps showing up. So it's very distracting for me, that's for sure. So I'm looking forward to 2013. If that's the rapture of us being left behind, it's gonna be like any other day, but without all the preachers. Not bad, not bad at all. Pope's probably going to stay here because he's a Jesuit, so he's like Satan himself. So Jesuits are still going to be here. So things aren't going to really change that much. Unless there's something else out there that's going, I'm not thinking about. A lot of nuns would probably leave, but why would we want them to leave? It's like, God, we need them here, But oh well. So September 23rd, probably going to be a normal day for us sinners. And for the Christians, well, if they don't go, I guess that is kind of the rapture also, if you want to look at it that way. It's like that is rapture because God didn't take them. We're all kind of stuck with them. That sucks. So it's the same old, same old. Oh, well. Yeah, because, like if Joel Osteen disappears, goes into heaven, we're all left behind. Somebody else will take his role and it'll be the same old, same old. It'll be all the same, just the same old hot air and evangelists, evangelists, juniors will all get in place and just be the same old thing. The next year they'll come out with another year for the end of the world. I guess more of the TV evangelists will all go to heaven and get some last point. Why even bother with it? I'm not sure why they're doing it. I guess it's publicity to get people to go to church more so they don't go to hell. So yeah, it's the world's probably going to be the same. So if you maxed out all your credit cards and you got a couple kids on the way now, more power to you on that. That's probably what's going on somewhere, probably. You can just call the apocalypse children, or giving them. Lucifer is a great name for a kid. No, that's not. But it's like, whatever. Well, it is and it isn't, depending on your belief system. So I'm not sure what's going on in this world. Just, we are going to more of a fourth dimensional energy. Not as fast as some would like it to, but it is we are on our way to more of an alien, angelic point of view. I see things more alienistic, like more, like the government, like a reptilian kind of manipulated, like a puppet, like a theater, basically. That's what Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood and Washington are pretty much the same. It's all fiction, right? Pretty much. I mean, to us, we don't fully realize, but it's pretty much all fiction. So imagine, yeah, Anunnaki. More of us start connecting to that stuff, like see it for what it truly is. Even Hollywood. Hollywood is just the old seduction, of the magicians. Obviously, it's all magician. It's all just, Also, I just got a message. Like when you feel like you're paralyzed, sometimes, like when you're sleep paralysis, uh, it does seem like you have a black magician, not too pleased with you in some shape or form, kind of screwing around with it. And also, it seems to go with if you have lack of sleep, is that they might be paralyzing your astral self, which I just got a download on, which is kind of interesting. That your astral self is going through a lot of turmoil, and it's hard for you to sleep. It's hard for you to go back to sleep if your astral self is being heavily tested. It's like, how can you rest when your astral self is not resting? So you connect to your astral self, you go into astral, but I believe you have an astral self already in astral. So when you go to sleep, you just connect to it more. That's why I feel like these people see themselves go into astral. I believe you're going into more connected to your other self, because your other self's wandering around, eating good food and not getting overweight, from my gathering. So I just got that with so I think more of those type of things are going to start to become more known. As you become more of a magician type of mind, also. Like, for example, I don't have all the answers with the weather situation. Anything can go with the weather, as I said. Not pleasant stuff. We're already dealing with it with all these earthquakes and just, jeez, it's like, and we're not even done with the year yet. I mean, it does seem like things are going to start heating up in certain areas. It really feels like next year, too. If we have a quiet hurricane year, I'd be surprised. Technically, we have a kind of a quiet one. It's just every hurricane we get recently is like a Cat 5. And so, yeah. Except for Jose is sitting out there spinning around, and it looks like Maria is going to go out there and out in the lights, which is good. But it's hard to say right now. It's still early. But for example, like for Trump, what's going on with him? He's being heavily manipulated. He's not always himself. I am seeing him being he's getting injected, maybe not physically, but injected with information, but also to cool him down. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that. The Men in Black are going to come through for a little bit. Well, 1 second for them. But for Trump, though, it does seem like they're messing with his mental capacity at this time, which is probably a no-brainer. But it does seem like where he can't really think clearly to certain matters. Like saying something like that about North Korea. That's not something I would go and say, but he's becoming a real president by saying we're going to blow up North Korea. It's like, what are you doing? But, that's part of probably the Archon negative agenda, unfortunately, to have someone say something like that. Is that a clone? Most probably. I think it comes and goes. I know it sounds weird, but a clone can come and go. And you can't tell. But I believe it's a clone mostly, from what I'm feeling. And that's why I might feel some of the kind of weirdness from his wife, that she's kind of uncomfortable. Because it might be because that's her, if I can tell. But that's not him. Not fully him anymore. He has a lot of his characteristics. Now, where is he? Well, he's somewhere. Probably being cloned some more. I think he's going to outlive his presidency. I think, well, but I think it'll be all right. As you can tell, they're beating him up quite a bit. But they are doing quite a bit of mind control on him, as they do with all presidents. But like I said, the North Korea has a big question mark on it right now. But look at Trump also, as his life is kind of in danger in some regard, from what it feels like. No surprise there. Not stuff they go around talking about, of course, but it does seem like that's another attention that's going on. But it's another reason why I have the clone there also. So if anybody does anything to the clone, it's okay. We got a whole another one right over here. That's where I'm getting all that. That doesn't mean that stuff does not happen. We're not going to be told about it. The same goes with Obama too. I imagine he still has clones active because they want to keep him going. So basically, if somebody does give him something that'll kill him or whatever, you got backups. So don't worry. I know that sounds really messed up. But trust me, I mean, we're in a weird world. I mean, you got aliens here, and people don't believe it because it's not on television, it's not on Netflix. Eventually, it will. So, eventually, not sure in my lifetime, but you never know. Anything's possible. As for the MIB, yeah, they're watching you, of course. They actually seem to be downgraded to a certain degree. They're not always watching the president's not their game. There is another group of the MIB that watches him, the galactic version, the galactic president regime. Apparently, they have. I didn't see that before. Apparently, they have one. It's mostly Palladian. They kind of blend in. Nobody's going to really know. It's the same as Secret Service, but nobody really knows how many Secret Service people they have. So basically what I'm getting is like, yeah, you may see some Secret Service people, but then you'll have some extra ones that the other guys don't know who the hell they are, but they know that they're part of it, but it's like, I never met you, I don't know who the hell you are, and that is your MIB from what I'm gathering. So doing the galactic side of the presidential protection. So you'd be surprised, they are clearing out vortexes. They're making sure, from what I'm gathering, no aliens pop up anywhere, basically, when there's a presidential sighting, is what I'm gathering. Which makes sense. Like, you have the president talking, doing this thing, all of a sudden you see a ship in the sky. He's like, oh, that looks kind of strange. So I think they're kind of deterring that type of thing. And I guess they have had it happen in the past, but they kind of got it off film, or they got in the way of it before it happened, something like that. So I am seeing them stopping time also. I just saw that. Like, if it does happen, they can free. Jeez. Okay. All right. Well, that's the end of the show. Thank you for joining us in the land of the insane. So yeah, I just saw him go back in time and remove whatever, close out whatever it was. That was interesting. That was neat. Yeah, not just on television. It is fine. It is here and real, and you can connect to it too if you wish to. Yeah, if you want to be insane like the rest of us, I deeply believe in all of this for sure. More of this stuff's going to become the norm. Right now, it's like a backlash to, oh, you're just making it up. Stuff is very real, and it'll start to come through. I don't. It's just going to be the inevitable. It just takes time because a lot of people aren't ready for it, but that doesn't mean it's still not going to stop it. Those that, if you want to connect, you want to open up to your angels or aliens, your hybrid children, whatever it might be, no one's stopping you. Just, as you get used to all this, it takes a while because it's all weird. You're not used to it. Follow what's within. What do you feel? Because it's real. You're not creating. I don't think you are. Sometimes you are. Most times I don't think so. It's just it's for you to believe it. It's like it's there, but do you believe it? Most think, it's just fiction. It's like, okay, we'll put it for a second. See, this is real. Like with grays, Palladians are around you, and you feel their presence, and then you kind of bumped it off. Okay, maybe have like gray little beings, 5 foot tall, wandering around you. What do you do then? Well, you talk to them eventually. You just say that you're one of us, basically. And we're here to help you open up and let their dimension go. So, all right. I think I've said enough rambling for tonight. I'm tired. I probably should have just did a 5-minute video, but it's probably 2 hours. That's long enough. So, all right. Blessings, everyone. All right. Webinar tomorrow night. And hopefully, if I freaked you out, more to come on tomorrow and Friday and the rest of the week. Much love. Blessings.